Sure.
You know, the stats speak for themselves, but when it really comes down, it's just like the team in itself just really crumble when it comes to the Chiefs. The Chiefs had no wide receivers.
Right.
Defense was mediocre, but they showed up. They show up against us.
They just find a way to win. I don't know what it is. But the Chiefs do that, but it's just not against the 49ers. They just do that every week, bro.
I think it's
find a way to win, bro.
For sure, but I think like it's highlighted even more here because
the 49ers
we're just that, because like they're just so dominant in itself. Like, you know, it's like, you know, I mean, you're 6'4", 220, 230, you know. Yeah. I'm 5'11", 180 maybe, 175.
145 soaking wet.
You know what I'm saying? But like any day of the week, we get in the ring, you have that much. That's how. But that, you know, they always say like, you know, there's the dog in the fight.
Bro,
you know, whatever.
I keep telling you, the 49ers are in shambles. They're not making the playoffs. I keep telling you this every week.
Niners are making the playoffs.
Bro, they're not even finna make the playoffs.
Yeah, they are.
If they do, they will scrape into the wild cards. And just like that, was that me or you, or me and Chizo that had the bet that they were going to win the division? Was that me
you and Chizo?
They're not winning the division, bro.
Yes, they are.
They're not winning the division.
Who else is going to win the division?
The Seahawks.
They just lost 3 in a row.
The Seahawks lost?
No, they won this week.
Exactly. Yeah, they beat the shit out of somebody. I'm telling you, the Seahawks are going to win this division. The Niners are not going to make the playoffs. If they do, they're going to barely scrape in.
Stop it.
Barely scrape in, bro. They're in shambles right now.
Stop it.
Yes.
All right, so, I mean, going back to the graph, who is the biggest upset out of this list?
Man, that's not upset. That's not us. Losing to the Chiefs and the Niners. Losing to the Super Bowl champions 2 years in a row, that's not an upset. The Vikings 5-1-4, that's not an upset. Honestly, the only upset would probably be
the Vikings.
No, that's not upset. Detroit was in the NFC fucking championship last year. That's not upset. The Green Bay Packers losing at home, winning at home, that's not upset. The only upset really kind of upset is the Broncos against the Saints. And you can't really call that upset because Spencer Rattler, which is the backup quarterback, was in there. Like, that's not even upset really. Only upset about that game is the score. Like, Jesus Christ, y'all let the Broncos score 33 points on y'all? What the fuck? Like, that's the only upset. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing about this list that really, really pokes out. Maybe you could say the Niners and the Chiefs games could have been a little bit more closer. And maybe it's upset because they won by 10 in San Francisco. Like, that's kind of disheartening. But none of these games are really, really true upsets because maybe the scores, like them the Broncos winning by 23, Jesus Christ. Or maybe the Chiefs winning by 10 in San Francisco. Okay, maybe. But that's the only thing. But other than that, there's no real upsets as far as wins and losses, if you ask me.
Okay, so the definition of upset is that the books and everyone else were anticipating the opposite teams that lost here to win.
Okay, for sure.
So that's like the definition.
For sure.
Okay.
So by definition of upset is the other side.
Right. Everyone here that won weren't supposed to win.
Okay.
Be pregame.
All of these spreads were pretty close though, so that's why I was like, they're upsets, but they're not crazy upsets. If you ask me, if by definition, what the biggest upset would be, I would probably say...
What would be the Broncos if you're using that logic?
Yeah, it has to be the Broncos.
Because it's the score.
Yeah.
Everyone else is pretty tight.
Yeah, I have to be the Broncos then. If that's the case, I have to go to the Broncos.
Yeah, I mean...
By definition.
For sure. I think the Niners is the biggest upset here.
Why? Only because you're a Niners fan?
It's not because I'm a Niners fan.
Bro, I put money on the Chiefs.
Of course you did.
For sure. Because, bro, they not finna go in there and fade Patrick Mahomes.
You don't believe that the Niners are going to go to the Niners going to even go to make the playoffs?
No, I'm not. And I'm not fading Patrick Mahomes at all. I keep telling you that. Do not fade Patrick Mahomes. Whatever you do, don't do it. Every time you're going to get smacked beside your head, Patrick Mahomes will go down as the greatest quarterback of all time. Why would you fade that man? Why would you fade Tom Brady? Don't fade them.
So you're saying that the Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl this year?
They can. Maybe. If not the Packers. I mean, shit. It's either them or the Packers.
So you're saying the Super Bowl is going to be the Chiefs versus the Packers?
Green Bay Packers, yes.
And the Packers are going to beat the Chiefs.
Beat the hell out